Hello, 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 hello in there. Hello. I have been thinking, and I didn't want to be thinking alone. What? Who wants to do that? But I'm very much considering taking a break from my testosterone as I am starting to enjoy my voice a lot more, and I am starting to really enjoy my body, and I'm very content at the moment. And I was kind of asking myself, like, would it even be legit? Like, would I still be gender fluid? Would I still be non-binary if I decided to go off T? Of course I would still be. But you know, it's the boxes that we put in our heads, making us think that we have to be enough of something. So like, and in the gender fluid and non-binary communities, it's a very hard, slippery slope, because if we kind of adapt that ideology of like, okay, I have to be something, I have to be something to somebody, I have to be valid enough, you know, in order to take on this title. And being non-binary and gender fluid, it's so much more of being in the middle and honoring that, like, we are the middle. We don't need to be this way or that way, and we don't need to be middle enough either. So yeah, I've been thinking about it for a few weeks now, and yes, like, I could just go on a lower dose and just do it like that. That's actually how I kind of started in a way. So like, for some context and background, and like for anyone else who's interested in this type of journey, I started T medically. I'm blessed enough, and I'm in Texas. I'm blessed, you know. I was able to get access to it and got all my questions answered, went through everything that we needed to make sure that it was going to be safe for me and my body. And then I started on 0.25 milligrams every 2 weeks. Milligrams, milliliters, something milli something. Okay, don't go crazy. don't twist my words. But I felt that I also don't recommend this. I also started a birth control at the same time. I don't recommend. I was also in a very toxic workplace at the time. So it was just like, I don't know what I was, in my head, this was a great idea. In reality, this was not. And so I felt as though the emotions were far too much. The depression, the anxiety, it was a lot. So I went back for my checkup, and the practitioner at the time was like, well, what if we do, well, not really what if we do, but she asked, how would you feel if we did a lower dose and made it weekly instead of bi-weekly, so that way it's more consistent, so you wouldn't have these like peaks and valleys of okay, your testosterone's hitting and now it's a week, and you know, things like that. And that was super helpful, and it also really helped me with the gender dysphoria I was having, because the 0.25 every 2 weeks was just, I was seeing changes way too quickly for me. Like, my nail beds started to get like super weak, and that's something I have like so much pride in, is being able to look at my nails and like check my health. And also my nails remind me of my Nandi, my grandma, so that was like, I was like, I don't like that. And and I wasn't really feeling the consistency in my voice either. So being able to do it weekly with a lower dose was so much better and so much more gender affirming for me. So I really enjoyed that about my experience, and I have been on it since October. So what would that be? About 8 months. And I feel like tapering would be a fine option for me to do. So what I'm gonna do is taper down for the next like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give tea a break. And if I want to get restarted again, you know, I can do that. So this is definitely a personal journal for me, but also a way of saying, you know, posting it to the masses is a feeling of you can do what you want with your body. You should be able to do what you want with your body. This journey has definitely helped me build so much confidence in myself and confidence back into the medical industry, because there are people who do care. Full stop. There are people who do care. I promise. You have to find them. You have to be willing to be yourself enough to find them, to switch your providers if you don't like them. I've been to a lot of different medical offices, and every time I'm just, you know, if it doesn't do it, I don't go back. You know how many dentists I've had? And I don't understand people who say that they hate the dentist and they've been to the same dentist for like 10 plus years. I don't understand that, because you can really easily go to a different dentist. You can very much easily go to a different doctor's office. You can very much, it's really not hard. I promise you. So me being able to try out all these places and find the ones that I really love and I really enjoy, I can pass that information on to other people. And, you know, all that to say that there are very good health practitioners out here who want to help you and want to help me. Ding! So, with that being said, I'm excited. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I feel so much better in my body, and I think this journey with taking tea has allowed me to acknowledge that there was a part of me that started tea because I didn't feel male enough to be in the non-binary zone in my gender fluidity. And a part of my gender fluidity is like when I take off the makeup, the wig, the everything, like I want to feel masculino, but I don't want to feel like a man. So, and that is just where, you know, the trans community does take a little like detour from each other. It's like, yes, we're all trans, but there's a lane in which there is just a difference. And I think that that's really cool. I think that that's beautiful. So we all get to be different. How cool is that? How fucking cool is that? So let's even see if anyone could hear any of this message, because I have my AirPods in. So, but in the meantime, hopefully you did hear this, and hopefully you have a good day. Till next time.